Right, so welcome to a day in the life part 2. So today I start my day with picking out my car. Then after I picked the car for the day, I decided to do something for old time's sake.
Oh, good God, no.
Which was to rob this guy for all his money.
I'm doing my best.
Then as I'm robbing the shop, this woman decides to try be a hero. Yeah, not such a good idea, was it? Then after the guy ran away, I decided to do what was necessary, which was kill him and then steal the money myself. Now the easiest way I find avoiding the police is take as much corners as possible, look on your map, see where they're coming from and try to avoid them and take turns away from them at all costs. Another good thing I try and do is sometimes I hide. I'll find a garage or something, anywhere, an alleyway, and try to hide there until they go. I lost my wanted level quite easy, I just drove around and faded away. After that I pulled up at my nightclub and do what I always do, which is smack the shit out of my security guard before entering my nightclub. And then I got a disconnection message. Cheers, Rockstar. After I rejoined in the nightclub, I took my money out of my wall safe and then punched the shit out of my security guard again, went back into my nightclub so I could do a mission for popularity. Now you can watch and laugh at me not being able to locate my own fucking bathroom in my nightclub. Then, once I finally found the bathroom, me and Marcel picked this guy up and threw him out head first. Then after my nightclub, I went to my acid lab to see how that was doing. In this process, I found out that my character is unathletic as fuck and can't even jump a 3-foot wall. Then once I entered my acid lab, I soon found out that I had jack shit in there. I then went to go speed up acid production, not entirely sure why, considering I had no product to speed up. Oh, syringe. After that, I went to go do a mission to boost my product so I could start making money. And ended the call with Mark because he was pissing me off. Right, when I arrived at once I arrived there, what I did is I scouted out the area and got a couple quick kills. Then I stole the, don't know where the fuck I was going. Anyway, then I stole the delivery schedule. I then got in my car and had to go to the delivery vans to search them and try and find the supplies. I then got some sticky bombs, did a bit of off-roading, and then decided to blow his van up. Except from, I forgot what button it was to explode the sticky bomb, so I had to do this the hard way. He then ran up on me looking for a fight, so I showed him who's boss by giving him a pistol to the forehead. As I was running to my car, I finally remembered the button to explode the sticky bomb, which is going to make this a lot easier. I then threw some sticky bombs at this guy's van and exploded the shit out of it. Then I finally found the supplies, went to go hijack it, and I don't think the people like that very much.
Get the van? Figured they must have called the cops when they noticed it was gone.
Yeah, cheers to that, Mark. No shit. I then did my tactic of avoid the cops at all costs by taking loads of different turns and then eventually hiding in an alleyway. I then did this cool jump for dramatic effect, which turned out to be pretty shit. I then delivered the supplies back at the freak shop and got my acid lab going. I then got a call from English Dave, realised he was yapping, told him to shut the fuck up and ended the call. I then took a shortcut to the casino and did some gambling. I then somehow managed to kill some pedestrians on the way and then bounced off of this woman made out of titanium steel. Then this guy ran up on me, so I dodged his punch and gave him a 3-piece combo. Then, because I'm a lazy fuck, I couldn't be bothered to escape from the police, so I called Lester and removed my wanted level. Then I realised I couldn't be asked to gamble because I didn't have my visitor bonus, so instead I did the next best thing and had a vodka shot. I then did some high-speed driving to go to my office and do another shot. I then went on my computer to check out my business, realised I didn't have a business, and then went off my computer and took a shot of whiskey. I then pulled into my agency garage, then I went upstairs to my agency and went to go see Franklin. It looked like Franklin was watching some sort of YouTube and some crazy stuff on there. But anyway, we bypass that. After that, I decided to go do a rescue mission for my agency. Now with this, I decided to do it the easy way with getting in my Deluxo, flying there and picking him up. Then once I arrived, I scoped out the area and bombed them from above. Then after I had my fun bombing them, I decided to do the rest on ground, taking out the last few. Me and the client then both got on the Deluxo and flew away into the sunset. I was then on the road for a bit until I got visited by some unwanted visitors, so I did what any normal player would do. Yep, that's right, I blew the absolute shit out of them. I also did it again, however this time I'm convinced I killed an innocent family of 4. I then accidentally did it again and killed another innocent family. This isn't going to look too good on my CV. But then in the end I finally blew them to smithereens. However after that I flew into a tree and then flew straight into a fucking sign. After all of that, I managed to deliver the client safely to his safe house. On the way to my auto shop, I get a bit bored, so I decide to throw loads of sticky bombs and blow stuff up. And you guys can see how that ends up turning out. As I'm pulling up to the auto shop, I somehow accidentally ride into a motorbiker, knocking him straight off his bike, making him eat shit. In my auto shop, I decided to do a quick and easy service for a customer's vehicle, as these are a quick and easy way to make a lot of money. Okay, just in case you ever buy an auto shop and you see this, when it says confirm for 50,000, you may think, I'm not going to make that money back, especially when you get in the car and it says that you're only going to make 30 grand. However, you will make a lot more than 30 grand. In fact, from this I made 80 grand, but it will just say 30 grand for the moment, but once you get all the payments added up on the end, it'll come to about 80 grand. So don't panic and see 50 grand and all of something, I'm not going to make all my money back, because you will.
And sell them as your own. That's capitalism. I mean, what is wrong with people? Everyone in this town has become such a cliche.
After I gave the man his car, he couldn't stop complimenting me, telling me how amazing I was and how much of a good job I did. I thanked him for the compliments and said as long as you pay up, it'll be alright. Now, 80 grand is not too bad considering that probably took me about 5 minutes. After that, I called my car in and headed straight back to the auto shop. Then on the way there, I also had to do some dive bombing for the fun of it. So for some reason this guy kept pressing me for almost hitting him, so you know, I had to do what was right. Right, just for a quick heads up in future, I will be doing a lot more auto shop missions and especially some of these heists, so make sure you stay tuned for future videos. Then what better way to end the day / video by playing some games. If you enjoyed that video, make sure to subscribe and make sure not to miss out on any other content, because we're planning on making a lot more GTA content. I also plan on making a series saving up for a mansion that was, well, I say recently added, but it was added quite a while ago now. I've always wanted a mansion and stuff, so I'm going to make a series saving up for that. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure to keep notified.